Right, I'm going to fit in a game of rapid chess. 10 minutes each, so up to 20 minutes long. Not played one for a few days, so I might be a bit rusty. 1746, good luck. So probably a good chance my opponent takes. Like I say, I've had a little bit of a break. Oh, we have actually played before, so I'm 4-0 up. 47,000 games my opponent. That's really impressive. Now I could play knight up, down, down, takes. I'm not getting out, am I? So I'm just going to try and make sure I can castle. Oops, my mouse control. Okay, I'm actually going to play d5 rather than bringing the knight up. d4 I can't really stop it anyway, so let's just advance. Now I could go with the knight, see if he wants to trade, then obviously I'll have to take with a pawn. It's essentially an only move, not technically, but essentially in reality it is. Two pieces attack, only the queen and the pawn defend. So he has moved the queen up, so I've got a chance to trade the knight and develop, which I think makes sense. So how on earth do I do this now? Queen up to guard because there's no quick bishop f4. Then pawn up could be sensible. I don't think I've got many other options, have I? If I get pawn up, bishop up, it feels alright. If he wants to push, he can. So here, down, bishop up. Yeah, that feels alright, doesn't it? I might be blundering, of course. Any moment, any game I could obviously blunder. Just miss something obvious. Well, I think I just develop here. If he pushes, I think I just take. If he takes, I can take with the bishop. I don't think he will take because he's got a very nice structure here. So he has played forward there, but my bishop's guarded. I can reinforce. Now, what if I take or knight across? I've got knight over and I can trade this bishop. Now, is there any trick? I don't think there is. Like knight takes d4, I think just simply loses a piece. But knight to a5, trade the bishop. That feels good to me because his bishop feels like it's going to be a lot better than my bishop. So I'm going to get rid of his bishop here, just take. Okay, so get rid of that bishop. Now, what do I want to do with this one? What do we want to do? I'm looking at pushing on here and trading here. Very, very risky, isn't it? Let's make sure we've guarded, but I know the queen guards anyway, but let's just make sure we've reinforced it. Maybe this rook across. This knight is a bit misplaced where it is now. But if I take, you're just going to take back and open the file for white's rooks. A quick check doesn't really gain a great deal right now. e5 and it might open scope for the white queen. Not easy to come up with a plan. I think I probably need to throw in a h6, don't I? Well, now he's given me knight across and I can maybe trade my not very good knight for what is likely to be a better bishop. So he might have done that, obviously that's what he wants me to do, but I think I should do that anyway. Now we might get a chance to discover and win a pawn here. Now there's no trick, is there? So just take, but we can take a pawn and hit the rook. So we take there, but we actually hit the rook in the process. It's probably just a temporary pawn, but a pawn's a pawn. Let's just see what he does. I'll just click anywhere on the board and it clears your markings there. So we both used about 2 minutes of our time. The rook's gone back. Now, if I take the e-pawn and he takes back with the pawn, it opens up the file for the rooks to get really active, doesn't it? So I assume I've got to take this way. If you go with the knight, I can go here and trade everything off and I'm simply a pawn up. So that makes good sense to me, just simply bishop up. Again, he might have a trick like knight out the way attacking my queen. Actually, he might have that, so what about activating my rook first by attacking his queen then? I like the look of that. I think I should go with this rook. I might be proven wrong, but it feels like this rook's going to come back to f8 to guard the pawn. Oh, now he's gone into a pin. Oh, well, now I can just come back then. Or I can just go here anyway. And now if the knight moves, I can take the queen. So get the bishop on the diagonal, because I'm very happy to trade one for the other. Clean pawn up. Now if I come back here, Has he got any moves? If the knight moves, I take the queen. If the queen moves, I take the knight. It might be a temporary piece, but it feels like we should win the knight. But he might be able to get his other rook round and collect back before I can march up. Ah, maybe I've got queen check though to get out of the way. So if I just take now, obviously the idea will be that he'll double up now. I could check. Can I do this? Or here, rook across, up. I'm not quite quick enough, am I? Check. It's just temporary, it's just temporary. Ah, here though, if you take, then I'm fine. He can't trade the queen because then I reinforce my bishop. So he definitely, oh he has, but now I can reinforce and he can't win his piece back. So now I think I can just gradually march up and support the bishop. So this should be winning for us. We still have a back rank mate issue. We still have a back rank issue, but once the pawn gets up, the bishop's reinforced. I just have to push a pawn and it should be winning. Yeah, he's realised it. So we just got lucky there with a one move mistake, on just a simple one move mistake. So let's not put that through the engine. How many were there? 30 moves it was. Doesn't normally take too long to go through, so it's already populating. It should show on the screen, I believe. So what have we done? 92% versus 84%, just a couple of blunders. So you can actually click anywhere on the timeline there and you take you straight to where it is, but we can see that one there was queen across to d2. So that did indeed lead to this sequence that we've ended up playing with knight across. And then the other one is knight takes c3. And then, did I play this correctly here? I chased the queen, didn't I? So what was the right move? Oh, it is rook a2. Well, you can basically play it. You can think either rooks or shift the bishop up. I was looking at the bishop up as well. And then I was looking at the rooks across. But it's saying, yeah, either rook to d8, it's basically saying is just as good as each other. And then when you've gone back here, what was the best move there? Rook to c8, I think, was best. Actually, I played the bishop up. It's actually a mistake. Rook to c8 was the better technical move. So that's actually a mistake there. It's still a decent move, I think, but it's a mistake. Then my opponent's gone wrong with rook a to c1. Should have moved the other rook across. You can take your time and play through this with your own games, of course. But now this way you can actually defend. So we wouldn't be winning the piece. I assume that must be the difference. But we got a good win.